The first major revolt broke out in Bengal soon after the establishment of the British rule. It was led by the peasants, accompanied by the sannyasis and fakirs, who organized themselves into armed groups, sometimes up to 50,000, and harassed the British troops. It took the British about 30 years to suppress the revolt. In 1822, in Satara, Chittoor and Surat, leader of the Ramosi peasants raised a revolt as a protest against heavy assessment. It was only in 1825 that the government suppressed them by the use of force and diplomacy. Some of them were recruited into the police force, while others were pacified by offering land grants. In 1829 to 1830, the requirements of the British revenue system troubled the cultivators of the district of Sandove, newly acquired from the ruler of Burma. Under their leader, Mani Thayu, the peasants burst police posts and committed depredations on a large scale. Captain Caudle, who tried to repulse them, was killed. Even after a long military operation, the rebellions continued till the end of the year 1830. In 1835, there was another rebellion of the peasants in the Ganjam district under the leadership of Dhananjay, and with some intervals, it went on till February 1837. The peasant forces cut off and blocked the passage of the British force by felling trees. The rebellion was suppressed only after a military campaign on a large scale. In 1842, there was another peasant revolt in Sagar under the leadership of the Bundela landowner Madhukar. The peasants broke into rebellion, killed police officers, and plundered several towns. The Gonds also joined the rebels. The struggle continued for a year before the rebellion was suppressed. There were many peasant revolts in many other parts of the country. Soon, in 1849, there were the revolts of the peasants in the different parts of the Punjab, like Patiala and Rawalpindi. The indigo cultivators did not lag behind in organizing rebellions against the high-handedness of the indigo planters. The movement of the non-cultivation of indigo during 1858 to 60 covered a vast area of Bengal and Bihar, including the districts of Nadia, Jessore, Palaman, Malda and Rajshahi, etc. The planters tried their best to stop the movement by force, and the government also threatened the cultivators with dire consequences if they refused to sow indigo. A majority of the cultivators stood firm. One of the indigo cultivators, Haji Mullah of Nishchindipur, said, "I would rather beg than sow indigo." When they were pressed to cultivate indigo, the factories belonging to British planters like Andrews, Leon and the like were attacked and plundered by the cultivators, the Latias and Riots. Every attempt to control the cultivators was made, but to no avail. Some cultivators, like the Latials, armed themselves to resist the cultivation of indigo. In this connection, it has been rightly said, "The united front presented by the peasants, determined to have nothing to do with the cultivation of indigo, threatened the planters with utter ruin, and all methods of outrage failed to coerce the cultivators." There was a strong demonstration against the cultivation of indigo in Champaran, Bihar, in 1866 to 68. The final blow to growing indigo came when a synthetic dye was invented. However, the indigo crisis continued till 1917, when M.K. Gandhi had to intervene in favor of the indigo cultivators of Champaran. Laying emphasis on the importance of indigo revolt, the famous historian R.C. Majumdar, in his History of Bengal, called it as a forerunner of the non-violent passive resistance later on successful.